Okay. So we got Grandpa here. Welcome to the first episode of Final Fantasy XIV New Game Plus. So I'm going to give a brief explanation of how this is going to work. A few expansions ago, I think in late Stormblood, maybe early Shadowbringers, I can't exactly remember. But yeah, it's Grandpa! It's Graf! They added the New Game Plus feature to Final Fantasy XIV, which is what we're going to be doing today. And this is going to be every Friday on my channel for probably the foreseeable future. This is Graf. Graf used to be my VTuber avatar before I switched over to Abrahm in 2023. And we haven't done any New Game Plus instances since 2022. So my entire rebrand year, we didn't do New Game Plus at all. So we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna start it over. We're gonna use the canonical jobs for each expansion. So A Realm Reborn will be Warrior, as we have here, and in the canonical glams for each expansion. Obviously, the stand-in character is not a Hrothgar in his early 50s, but we'll take what we can get. I like Graf a lot. Graf is I've written embarrassing fan fiction about his story. Hey Okari, welcome. But we're gonna be running canon glams. I actually have them all set up. So we have Warrior for I'll use scroll lock here. We've got Warrior Grandpa for Realm Reborn. We have Dragoon Grandpa in the Heavensward glams for Heavensward. We have, for Stormblood, we have Monk and Samurai in their respective glams for the respective locations of Girabania and Hingashi. For Shadowbringers, we have Dark Knight. And for Endwalker, we have Paladin. So these are all set. I'm very excited to be starting New Game Plus again. We're gonna get started. One of the things that I have to do is tell everyone that I would love to see the other intro quest series, but unfortunately I can't. I'm gonna be sort of stuck going through Realm Reborn, starting in Gridania, which is where I started the first time. It's important to Graf, but as much as I would like to see other things. So if you are playing along at home, your experience in these first few quests may be different. There is a point where they all merge together. So because of the way New Game Plus works, New Game Plus starts you at a specific point in the story. So before we start New Game Plus, we have to do some stuff in the Unending Journey. I believe this is under Gridania quests. I should have looked at this a little bit more than not at all. Gridanian side quests. So we'll start with coming to Gridania, and it will go into Chasing Shadows at level 5, which is where New Game Plus actually starts, I believe. So we will go into and watch these cutscenes because these aren't covered. There's a little bit to cover. I will be attempting to do all non-voiced dialogue as voice acting, and that has proven to be something that people like on the channel. My terrible voice acting. There's a few. There's like 5 cutscenes here. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Coming to Gridania, the beginning of A Realm Reborn. Can't just watch them all in a row. Oi! Well, we will see. So welcome. You alright, lad? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Oh, that'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Eh? Uh-oh. The Moogle voice is, just a normal guy voice. Feeling better, Kupo? Ha! You can't see us. I had the feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. We're gonna try not to do too many spoilers in the chat. Just be careful. Because people are watching this who maybe haven't played the game or seen anything yet. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. What's been restless of late? Lots of strange things happening. Have you a chance to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? I just got here, man. No one notices the fucking floating bottle. But of course you haven't. You only just arrived. Yeah, they retcon a lot of stuff. This is one of those things that's totally retcon. I like to imagine that they're just ignoring the Moogles. They can, like, totally see them, but they're just, like, pretending this isn't happening. Well, there's nothing for it, then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Alright. See you little freaks later. Off they go. Didn't notice that it's empty when he picks it up? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck this. Gridania's still far away off, in case you aren't wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them youngins don't care much for conversation, see. Raymond's the name, and peddling's the trade. One of 3 guys that are identical. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers, am I warm? Yeah. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or ellipses. It's always ellipses. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Remont's a chatterbox, but he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or 3, don't we? Me? Dozens. I'd rather they stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Yeah, I do wish that they would redub some of the old stuff with the new voice cast, but I understand that that's probably kind of bogus. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Uh-oh. Halt! Go no further! What's all this, then? Jesus! Oh! Oh, come on. Oh, what's going on? A skirmish has broken out up ahead with the Ixal. For our own safety, you must remain here until... Oh, shit. Bloody hells! We shall hold them here. Try to break clear. Go! Go, go, go! Oh, jeez. Oh, I really like ARR. It's not bad. The voice acting is a little bit dated, but that was too bleeding close. Nice of the Ixel to send us a welcoming party, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends. So just you take care, alright? Yeah, I'm sure. By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? It's not. I live here, man. Thought not. Ah, but I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. A journeyed itinerant to teach you a few new things about your destination. Ahem. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, lushest forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that. Not since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in and gave the Ixel unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. At long last, behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals. I can't change it. I'm sorry.
The Black Shroud,
Ooh.
the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea.
So that is the voice of Louisoix.
Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania.
I like Gridania. I like it.
Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today
Nofika.
she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Canonically, the game really wants you to start in Ul'dah, as far as I'm aware. Because it wants you to have more background, and those characters end up being more important to the story in ARR. But, yeah. Hey, Enak, welcome. Oh, nice. And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. What is it? Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Hi, dude.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Best is relative. Technically I'm a white mage main. But we're doing canon jobs for this. So I'm gonna be running warrior for ARR. Summoner is my main DPS, I think, these days. Here I am. Here's Grandpa. You there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Lieutenant, a wood whaler of Britannia. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. So he gives me a brief tutorial on navigation. Well, you can only do New Game Plus from the area you started in, unfortunately. Well, what have we here? So he tells me to go to the Adventurers Guild, which is right there. A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer. Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. I'm not that young. Like 52. Welcome. Mion's my name, or Mother Mion, as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Gallian Empire to the north. And that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me, 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste, when a dread worm emerged from within the Lesser Moon Dalamud and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. So that was the end of 1.0. If you'd like to learn more about 1.0, there is an excellent no-clip documentary that you should check out. The game was basically a salvage project and has turned into what you see today over the past 10 years. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation. Yet, despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. Yeah, I'd like them to reinstate the content in some manner, but I understand them not wanting to go back to that. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst the blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of the legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scroll your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Graf Ironchest, And you're quite sure that it's an amusing alias? Yeah, unfortunately that is an alias for his real name. Because he's on the run from the Garlean Empire. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look what just arrived. Another goddamn adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not, unless you forget it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the seventh hell. God, what a bunch of dicks. Okay, Okari. John Fantasy. Ahem. Pay that Houterbus no mind. He meant only to, counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not know well, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalogue of exemplary deeds, and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. I appreciate you, Mione. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mione to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. We get a little bit of intro here, and that is when we are able to start New Game Plus. Eorzea, a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. It is here that one adventurer's journey begins. Though power, fame, and fortune all beckon, this intrepid soul is destined for greater things still. Guided by the Mother Crystal, they will walk the path of a hero, of a warrior of light. A Realm Reborn, Part 1. So there's a little bit in between here, then and now, but we'll take what we can get. Mione's got a quest for me. Mione wishes to send an adventurer to the instructor at the Bannock. Graf, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there is anything you can do to help. Mind you do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Alright. And now we're off. I love this game. This game is very, very close to my heart. It's been an important part of my sort of identity on the internet the past like 6 years, and is probably also one of my favorite games I've ever played. Maybe not the favorite, but probably one of them, and more than likely the one I have played the most. So this is Central Shroud, which is a lovely area. Probably my favorite area in the game still. It is an area that is significant to Graf. And we're going to grab Durandal, who I shouldn't have yet, but canonically, Graf already has Durandal in his sort of written canon. So we're just going to pop over here. Greetings, Graf Ironchest. Mione sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I'm responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelveswood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing, its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests, and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Graf Ironchest. Yeah, I'm not saying there aren't issues. But no, it's probably one of the things it's been very important to me. Galfred, Chief Instructor at the Bannock, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Graf. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that, in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral era, many of the Twelveswood's creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or higher before returning to speak with Galfred. So this is your muster check, where it's like, figure out the game a little bit, play around, get some money, get some gear, or get a friend to make you some gear, and then you can continue with the story. But I'm good. Ready for an inspection, are we? Right then, eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you pass muster. You would be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Graf. Graf, by your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. So there was a little bit of stuff. You level up a little bit, and you come back. I would assign you to a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Chasing Shadows. Galfred needs an adventurer to investigate suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelveswood. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements are ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Graf. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to have you. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifemen's Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. So we gotta go to Lifemen's Stump. Got it. It's marked on my map. Get on Durandal. We're gonna run along the ground here like a plebeian. We got a fate. Fates are overworld things. We gotta go up there. Fates are overworld things that appear on the map that anyone can participate in. It's a free active time event or field active time event. I can't remember which. Oh hey, Magic's blade sitting in the center of the stump. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. So, you get to set your difficulty. Level sync is in effect. The hell is going on here? Nice that we got nice sunny weather for this.
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a train's dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all Papalymo's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's wrong.
I'm not a big fan of 7. Mostly because of the localization, but it's still a good game. Short-tempered thaumaturge.
No, not this one. Not even close. Kippo!
Welcome, Juan. Oh, that's a bad Moogle voice.
You know him, Kuplo Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Are you the drunk one? Fucking goggles. The goggles, they do nothing.
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that.
You can get some outfits with them on. Like the paid outfits. Have the goggles on the sleeves and stuff, but I don't think there's any way you can like wear them on your head.
Kuplo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
Ah!
It seems we have little choice.
Well, this axe ain't for show. Let's do some combat! It's combat time! Oh boy. Oh boy. If you want to get eaten, hit them harder! I'm trying! Would help if I hit my right buttons here. I can't exactly tank for them. I don't have stance at this level. I'm trying to help, I really am. Ah, there's more. Bulb. Papalymo, I'm fine. Hit him! Hit him harder! There we go. Use my blood-covered axe. Ow. Boy, do I miss having all my abilities. Actually gonna turn the sound down a little bit. No, apply. Well done, we're almost there. Just a little bit more. Acorn Armageddon. Great name. We did it. We killed that tree. The forest won't be mad about that shit at all. It was not that big. Come on. You guys okay? The hell is that? Crystals. What is this, Final Fantasy? Uh-oh. Don't touch it! Damn straight, Ryan. My rock candy! My fat money! Oh yeah, Grandpa! Oh, Grandpa, I love you.
Hear, feel, think.
Who said that? The heck? What? What? Ah! That's unusual. Oh, jeez. Begin to float.
Crystal
away from my
bearer.
Yeah? Hello? Oh, look at that thing.
I am Heidelin, all made one.
Is it you that's
A
talking?
light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
It's a lot to ask.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light.
Oh, there's more.
Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Whoa. Oh.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
Lady, you're huge.
For the light liveth in thy heart.
What the hell's that? Whoa! I kind of wish that these were like randomly selected other players. Holy shit.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Okay. You know, I'll do my best. Ha! That was weird.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
our culprit, it would seem. An Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found the
How are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an
Better?
Ixalan chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida? Oh, loud, tactless. Much the same as always.
I love this background dialogue that you're supposed to not listen to. You're supposed to click through. It's just supposed to be playing in the background.
Can't say I've seen any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take...
Oh. Damn. I got an itchy trigger finger. Sorry.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock.
Remember, don't spoil too much. Keep it in mind.
You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
So the marks on their necks, for those that are curious, are Archon marks, which means that they've graduated as Archons from the Charlian Academy. Basically, it's like having marks on your neck that mark you as having completed a master's thesis. You get to choose where they are. So some characters have them on their faces, some of them have them on like the tops of their bald heads. And having two means you've done it in two fields. So Papalimo and Ida both have two Archon marks on their necks. So you want me to take this this sword? Yeah, exactly. Like a master's degree. Now, I want to look at that key item. Magic Blade. An ornately decorated sword found thrust into the Lifemen's stump. Sometimes the key item descriptions are just normal, and sometimes they're actually really funny and have jokes on them because the localization realized that no one was going to read them or check them. So you get stuff, especially for side quests. Not so much in the MSQ, but still occasionally. You do get sort of gags on the key item descriptions. There's one for a side quest in Lenosha that I saw once, and now I check them every time. Ida had two. She has one on either side of her neck. Graf, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at the Lifemen's stump? This sword. A sword in the stump, and a dead Ixal. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixale origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastman's rituals. The Ixal rarely set foot in the Central Shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles. So I have finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay our suspicions to rest. Rodania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land, and have been with us since before the Calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish, and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Oh yeah, get caught up to where the quest lines merge, and then play along at home. Indeed, they often assist the God's Quiver and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Graf. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. I intend to. Alright, Galfred. Eggs over Queasy. Galfred, chief instructor at the Bannock, wishes you to collect Shigoe egg sacs. Graf, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Shigoe population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, we were to deliver them to Monranguin at Gilbert's Spire. You will answer any queries you might have. Now, I have no other business to attend to. Or I have other business to attend to. Sorry. But yeah, it's one of the reasons that I wanted to get this started again. I was initially going to start after the expansion dropped, but I thought it would be nice to get people excited about everything coming up. All right, we've got them. What is our... This translucent sack appears to be filled with thousands of tiny pearl-shaped eggs. The Order of the Twin Arrow makes no distinction between newcomer adventurers and forest-born Gridanians. Your worth as a soldier is measured by your dedication to the cause. Oh, I needed... he's not who I fucking deliver them to. Damn it. Oh, I'm so smart, you guys. I paid so much attention. We gotta go to Gilbert's Spire, which is over here. Moranguin. Oh, you must be the adventurers standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. Here, have these egg sacs. It seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Oh, how disgusting. Members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigoe, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. Until relatively recently, any cure who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the human population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the Creeping Death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to hold any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigoe eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is most appreciated. Alright, Moranguin. Surveying the damage. A guard at Gilbert's Spire named Moranguin needs you to recover the surveying equipment left behind in a cave by a startled recruit. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition, only for the Craven to turn tail and free at the first sign of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers. And as if such a poor showing weren't bad enough, the lily-livered halfwit left behind the surveying equipment provided by the Kira Pauline herself. While I attempt to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to the Kira Pauline at Gabiner's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of a cave to the south of here. It's a wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron, watch over you. Alright. So we gotta get surveying equipment from a cave to the south, which I believe is down here. Little minor quest to prove my value. Survey records. Fortunately, I am level 90 in Warrior, so these things aren't aggroing me, and this is much less intimidating as it was the first time I played this. Surveyor's rope. And more instruments. They sure were strewn about. Company Chocobo. Yeah, for those of you guys just joining us, we are starting over New Game Plus. We're trying to keep spoilers to a minimum on the story in case people haven't played the game yet and are watching this to live the story themselves. Hey, Pauline. Yes, may I assist you in some manner? Survey records. A sprawling list of numbers which appears to be coordinates of some sort. A wooden box containing various tools used by surveyors, including an alidade, a plumb, and a box of marking wax. And a thin rope used by surveyors to measure distance. Oh, well, this is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you see. You say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelves Wood. If we are to survive in these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Complete. Alright.